A doctor can't do it, but Jesus is speaking right now into your finances. Jesus is speaking into your physical situation. And he's saying, peace, be still.
Why are you so fearful, O ye of little faith? I am the creator of the sea, and I make death behave. I know you
I started taking care of Kalia, and she was very, very sick when she was on ECMO, which is the heart and lung machine. And when kids are that sick, it's really hard to get to know who they are because we have them completely chemically paralyzed and sedated.
The first time I met Kalia's mom, I actually walked past her 3 different times. A nurse had paged me to say that I was needed at the bedside urgently. And outside of Kalia's room was this very calm woman sitting in a chair, and walked by the first time, walked back by a second time, and I asked the nurse again, I thought you said the mom was here, is she not here? And they said, that's her right there, you keep walking past her. And honestly, I have never seen a parent that calm during an event that was very stressful and very scary and certainly high anxiety and all that. And I joked with Kalia's dad that he's married to the calmest woman on the planet. And I think one of the most powerful things that we've gotten to witness from working with Kalia's family is the depths of their faith.
Girl has just brightened my day. She's a fighter, she's amazing, and she has made my life better just by being in it. And we've only known each other such a short amount of time, so I feel very blessed to have met her and her family. So
most families that come in are troubled or concerned or just uncomfortable. It's trying, stressful. But I found with them that they came in with this calm that I don't witness very often, and I've been around for a while, and they were so upbeat, they were so calm, and I could tell that the family is very close. Mrs. Purnell is very sedate, and her husband is very outgoing, very pleasant people, and never during the whole time that the child was here on our unit did I feel as though they were distressed about the situation. And that's so encouraging. I'm just impressed. I was very impressed. Seen a lot of stuff over these many years, but I was very impressed with them. And I think what struck out the most was their faith.
So today's going to be an awesome day, no matter if they take it to you out or not. You're doing an amazing job and you're strong. You're going to continue to fight because Mama's going to continue to fight with you. So know that you're doing an amazing job. You see how alert you get and how you move with your arms and legs. So God already healed your body. So whatever's going on with the suctioning, it's going to clear up and you're going to be okay. And the tube's going to come out. So we're just glad that you're even here with us today. So continue to fight, Mama, and today's going to be an amazing day.
Everything just hit me, like my world just came apart. Because, as a parent, you don't want to see your child suffer, or you don't want to see your child sick. You don't mind if you sick because you'll get through it, but watching your kids go through it's like, it hurts. So, going through that, and then of course they said they had to keep her, and everything just started happening so fast. And it was like a movie, like a horror movie. I'm like, are you serious? This is really what's happening right now? And I just broke. Because I'm like, as a man, you try to do what you can to protect your family and try to protect your kids, especially your daughters. And it's like, it went from she had a nose cold to pneumonia, hepatitis pneumonia. And we're like, what is that? And so called my wife, kind of told her what was going on. I stayed the first night, and if I could just be bluntly honest, that first night was hell.
I believe, I believe, I believe you're gonna do it.
Hey, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in for another installment of Non-Negotiable Faith, where my faith fought my flesh and won. I am Chantai Rae, the #1 Glow Getter coach, author, motivational speaker, and CEO of the Chantai Rae Collection, where I encourage and empower families to live a lifestyle of non-negotiable faith through optimum health, beauty, and motivational entities. And my mission is to help those through the darkest time of their lives to know that the glow starts from the inside out. So I help them transform physically, mentally, and spiritually so they can manifest what they've been confessing their whole life, because miracles are normal, but it starts with non-negotiable faith. And I'm just excited to bring in my phenomenal, beautiful, awesome guest, LaVerne Thomas. She's a global strategist, a certified life coach, a mother, an author, a radio host. She does it all. She's a boss chick. And I'm just excited that she's sitting here coming in with us today just to talk a little about her perspective of the journey that we went through with our daughter Kalia. So let's bring on Miss LaVerne Thomas. I can't wait to hear from you.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here. Chantai, watching that video just took me right back to that moment.
Every time I watch it, it just brings tears to my eyes. I'm like, oh yes, thank you, Lord.
Yes, that was tough.
Yes, but I am so blessed because you about to bless us with your presence. I know you're going to bring a powerful word, but I want you to tell these people who you are and what you do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm LaVerne Thomas. I am the owner of Bliss Dream Love Coaching, which is a coaching firm owned by Black coaches, and we empower, educate, uplift the Black community through different coaching, one-on-one in terms of kingdom relationships, as well as consulting companies on minorities in the workplace, diversity, equity, inclusion, and then we also help Black authors actually become self-published. So we are all about empowering our community. And Chantai is actually one of the amazing coaches that are part of the team. As you can see, faith is everything to us. It's a faith-based business, and everything we do, we execute with the Holy Spirit. So that is, and I'm just honored to be here. Truly honored to be here.
See, that's why she's so amazing. And we were blessed to have her by our side during that journey. So what I want to talk about, I want you to explain your perspective of the journey with Khalil when you came into the hospital, and what were your thoughts? Like, what did you get from it?
Well, actually, the journey for me started with a phone call. I want to say it was Anna Hannah, First Lady Anna Hannah, that called me and let me know that my baby was in the hospital and she was sick, and they were just asking for prayers from the youth ministry, as well as all the ministers and pastors of the church, because we were going in for this young baby. So I just thought, regular cold, like you said, it was pneumonia. I wasn't really too nervous. I'm like, oh, she'll be great. But then when they were constantly contacting you and telling you stuff about the baby wasn't gonna make it, just kind of prepare yourselves. I think that was the first hospital you were at.
Yes.
The first hospital you were at was really trying to tell you to give up on her life. And when that happened, it shook everybody, but it shook me because I had, and I still have a special place in my heart for your family. So we were just like, no, this is not happening. And that was the first time that I saw personally witness God creating a whole miracle in front of my eyes. It was it was outstanding to see how everything came. So I said, Chantai, what do you need? What does your family need? You know, is it food? Is it what you got? And you said, nope, just bring me a healing CD, bring me this and bring me that. And whatever it was you needed, I don't care where I was. I drove all the way to the hospital. I think I double parked. I didn't care about tickets or whatever. As long as I was there to get you what you needed so you could be as stress-free as possible in that situation, I was submitting myself to that process. And that prayer every day, fasting, believing, like I think that was the first time I really truly put a demand on the anointing of God. Like, God, you said you are, the man, you are the one that creates miracles. So I need a miracle. Like, I need for me this baby to make it. I need this situation to turn all the way around. And coming to see you, talking to you over the phone, you were just so peaceful and calm. It was us that was in an uproar. You were just like, oh, this is fine. She'll be good. Like, I'm not worried. I'm not shaking. Like, I think the only time I saw you cry was because you saw me cry. It wasn't because of the baby and her situation. So it was life changing for me. I can honestly say that. I've had family members passed away. Even during that time, I think at that time my father had just passed away, and I asked God to heal him, and he passed. So when I asked God for this, I said, "Listen, I know who you are. Like, you had a special assignment for my father, and he completed it. So I'm good with that. But this baby, I need her to be here." And when I put that demand, not saying I did anything, but he came through for me for that baby, and that changed my faith, my comfort in him, my understanding of what healing was. It changed the whole world for me. And just to be there with your family and to experience that absolutely amazing testimony, it was just amazing.
Wow, I'm just grateful because, like you said, you dropped everything to bring radio, CDs, everything, and we was just grateful because we didn't want to be like a burden on anyone, but it was like what you need. And that's what showed me that when your back is against the wall, your support system and your circle has to be tight, because in that situation, I can't say how another mother would react, but I could have went left, but y'all kept me right and center, right and center.
Absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely. And we didn't let, like, nobody, I remember you said, can't nobody come in here in her room if they don't believe in God, they don't have faith. And we was not playing with that. Like, nope, people would ask, can we come see it? Nope, you can't come see it. Not to say that they didn't believe, but if we didn't know you was at a certain level, they didn't have access to her room at all. At all. And that changed everything. Changed everything.
Mm-mm. And then I was like, man, what's amazing is when your church family come, like it's just another Sunday. Y'all was coming up on Sundays, right after y'all teaching ministry, Sunday school, y'all coming up to see her. And it's like, wow. And I used to say all the time, look how much love. Everybody loves you, Kalia. And at first, the doctor was like, she can't hear you. Yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
She can hear everything. And it was amazing because that's what made her fight. She was in a battle, so that's what made her fight, because of all the love that was around her, all the positive that was around her, all the worship music. Pastor Hannah was in her ear all day, all night.
Yes. Yes.
Motivate and lift each other up. So when you was at the hospital and you got the news that Khalil was gonna pull through and they took the tube out, what was the first thing that popped in your mind?
I just started praising God. I was at work, and I feel like I'm gonna cry now. I remember that moment. I was in my office, and my entire team, we all broke down and was praising God, because that was our miracle. We witnessed it. It was so amazing to hear that. Like, and we were just so excited and anxious. But we just wanted to see her face, hear her voice. Like, it was amazing. Like, I can't even describe it, but I'm getting emotional because I feel it all over again. Like, you just like, thank you, God. You heard my prayer. Like, you are the God that hears me. Like, you heard my prayer and you healed this baby. Like, you did it for us. We came to you as your children, as complete family, because especially with the youth ministry, me as a person, but then the youth ministry, we saw every baby as our baby. We treated everybody as if we birthed those kids ourselves. So when one baby was sick, it was all of our responsibility to make sure that baby was okay. So that took us out. We ran out. I don't think we did any more work the rest of that day. And I think I ran to the hospital.
Yep, you did.
I just needed to see her face. Like, it was just awesome. It was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Can't imagine how you felt.
Man, I was just like, I just want to hold it. That's all I kept saying. I just want to hold it. I haven't held it in 62 days. I just want to hold it. And when I held it, it was just like a burden just lifted, like relief, like, man, you okay. You made it. Just looking at her. And when I look at her now, I'm like, you don't even look like what you've been through.
Not at all. That Sunday, that first Sunday your family came back to church, I was done. I think we just dropped everything in our hands, ran to her. I hugged her so tight, I couldn't believe. And she was just, it's almost like she knew I was there. Like, she was so happy. After that, like, I already spoiled them. But after that, it was like, she can what they want, they can have whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. Like, it was like, don't touch these babies. They are special.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have no more room. For them we do. Come on, bring them in. Bring them in.
Yes, I used to say, don't be having people giving us the side eye because she doing it.
Right. You was trying to be so nice. I'm like, I don't care who mad. This is my baby. These are my kids. Bring them in. Like, and we always had space for them because that changed our life. Like, that moment when she hugged me that first Sunday y'all came back, it was phenomenal. Like, it's like you holding a miracle. You're holding a miracle. And you're right. She never looked like what she went through. She still had her sassy attitude. She was swinging her hands and asking for fruit snacks. Like, it was like she had just been asleep.
Yeah.
And was ready to rock and roll all over again.
Mm-hmm. And that's what she said. She's like, Mommy, that I would sleep a long time and people was just talking because now she's starting to get her memory back.
Yes.
So she was telling us the other day, the lady, when she was giving me a bath and she was moving me, I had to move because it was her. And I said, well, Kalia, you felt that? She was like, yeah, now she fully sedated. She don't supposed to feel nothing, but now she's starting to tell us what she's starting to remember. And they told us, oh, she's not going to remember anything. She's going to be on, medication for the next 5 years. None of that. Walked out.
Come on here.
She's going to be in rehab for about 4 or 5 months. We was in rehab for 7 days. So it's like,
I know those hospital videos, which them 7 days you were in there, it was just like, this baby is just something else. Like, it was just remarkable. And I just remember you, I remember you in the hospital saying that the doctor had said something to you, like, even it was gruesome. And you were like, oh, you just don't know my God. Like, that's what you think, but you don't know my God. Any other parent would have been like, oh my God. I know I probably would have just crumbled and immediately went to crying before even trusting. And you went right into complete faith. And that faith is what gave her superpowers.
Yeah.
And she definitely have them.
Yes. And I had to be strong. I had to, believe in, like, okay, no, God, you said if I ask, you will give. So I'm asking you to save my daughter. And it's like, you have to talk to him like that. Like, no, your word said you will turn a no into a yes. So I need you to save her so we can walk up out of here. Because Absolutely. They did get to the point where the x-rays, it looked bad to them. Like, if it don't turn around within 72 hours, we're going to have to think about, maybe if she don't get better, we're going to have to pull a plug. I'm like, no, you're not taking her off of no machine. The x-ray turned around. Just wait. The x-ray turned around within 24 hours, and they couldn't believe by looking at the x-rays. Like, oh my God, it's like cleared up. I say it's clearing up because it's a miracle. God blew his breath on it and opened her lungs up. And it's because of faith. It's all because of faith. So if my question to you is, if someone, a non-believer, asks you, what does non-negotiable faith mean to you? And you're trying to explain to them about faith, what would be your answer?
Man, faith, non-negotiable faith. Like I feel like it's not, you don't even question. It's like you coming to him like this is what it is, God, and you gonna fix it. I ain't even worried about it. I'm gonna walk away from it. I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna fast, but that's just to do being obedient. But I completely trust you. I'm not worried. Like you might shed a tear, but that tear is not because you doubt that it's going to happen. No, that tear is like, I trust you. I know this is going to happen for me. Like non-negotiable faith is there is no other option. The only option, Lord, is you. And I know you're going to do it. I'm saying you're going to do it. I'm declaring you're going to do it. You're going to do it. That's it. Walk away from it and expect it. And then once you have that non-negotiable faith and you tell God what you feel, what it is, then you sit in the spirit of expectancy so that you can just expect for him to do whatever it is that you asked him to do. Like that's your seat is the spirit of expectancy. Just sit in that, expect him to do everything he said he would, and that's how you prove non-negotiable faith.
Wow, that was powerful. I told y'all she powerful. That was powerful. Now, when you said sit in it, you know, sometimes we want that microwave mentality. We want it to hurry up and go. For somebody that's going through a situation and you have children with a child, and it's like, I'm sitting, but I'm antsy. What advice would you give them to sit in his presence and listen instead of just hearing what he's saying, but actually listen so you can do?
That's good. When you pray, don't just pray and get up. You need to pray, sit there, and worship and really hear what he's saying, because that's active prayer. That's communication. You can't have a conversation with anybody and you just talking and then you just walk away like mic drop. I walk away. He's waiting to respond to you. He's waiting to give you the answer, but you got to sit still and listen. So when you pray, just sit there quietly, go into worship, speak in your heavenly language, and he's going to give you the answer. And it's not going to come in 2 seconds. You will have to press in. And when I say press in, I mean continuously pray, continuously, speak in your language, continuously just say, God, I need to hear you. And if you can't hear him, then your prayer needs to change. Lord, I need you to open my ears, open my eyes. I need you to keep my spirit sensitive enough where I can see, hear, and feel you at every moment. I need this answer. And whatever it is in my life that's blocking me from hearing you, remove it right now in the name of Jesus. And you're gonna hear that thing and you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
Wow, that's amazing, because that's basically what I had to do. I had to really sit and expect, because I ain't had nowhere to run. Because sometimes you get in a situation where you have nowhere to run. All you can do is pray. And that's the thing.
All you can
Get
do.
in a situation, a season in your life where all you can do is pray. It's a reason why you in that season. And what I had to realize is my faith was shaky. So God had to show me, you going to lean and depend on me, because I'm the only person that's going to be there next to you, next to her. So I had God on my right and Kalia on my left, laying there resting, like you said. And it was time for me to stop playing about faith, really believe.
That's right.
Have faith and really depend on God, because that's the only person that I could depend on. I had to be strong for her. I had to be strong for God, so I can give him something to work with, because I could have cried every day. But that
every day
changed the position she was in. I could have complained every day, but it wouldn't change the fact of the position. So that's why sometimes you have to sit still so you can hear and not just listen, so you can absorb what God is telling you. And that's what non-negotiable faith was birthed out of. Because really, without non-negotiable faith, honestly, I know Kalia wouldn't be here.
Man.
I'm not saying to be negative, but just think about it. If I walked around and just cried and boo-hoo, didn't have faith and blaming God for the situation, woo, it's me, then it's like, okay, well, if you don't believe, then why should I show you a miracle?
Yeah.
Every day. I journaled every day. I prayed and worshiped every day. So sometimes when you can't sit still, you have to sit still. It's non-negotiable.
Yep.
See the expectancy is non-negotiable. So you got to have that non-negotiable lifestyle.
And not even just that, like if you had an attitude and you would have given up, then you would have believed everything man said and took that baby off that machine and prematurely ended her life. It happens all the time. We believe what they tell us because they went to school. Don't get me wrong, they're professionals and God gives them their gifts. At the same time, you have to have that faith and know what the situation really is. We're not saying live in denial. We're saying have faith that God can turn the impossible around quickly. That's the whole point that he tries to teach us, that I can do anything. Like, I can shut this down right now. I can raise this up. I can create that. But do you believe I can? That, remember, that's Jesus couldn't even do all the miracles he needed to do in his hometown because his hometown had no faith. They didn't believe. So it's not that he didn't still have the power and authority that he had. They didn't believe in him, so they didn't create space and room for him to come to heal, to deliver. But everywhere else, when women were coming, I just need to touch your garment. I just need to sit at your face. I just need you to breathe on me. I need you to just touch my face. And because of that face, he like, son, you're healed. Daughter, you're healed. Go forth. So that's what it is. That's what it is. That non-negotiable faith is non-negotiable especially when you're in a situation that is so traumatic, like you went through. What else do you have? You cannot give up. You cannot give up.
Not at all. Not at all. But I am just so grateful for you. I'm so grateful that we just connected. Like, we never disconnected because you were important in my life at that time, and now you're more important now because God brings people in your life for a reason. So we never knew this was gonna happen. We never knew we was gonna end up coming to the hospital, but look what happened. Look what came out of it. And I'm just thankful for you even just taking time to even come and see us because you had a life too. You had business, work, church, you had everything going on, but you were so unselfish just to come and sit with me and pray and preach and just let us know we got you. That's the main thing you used to sit.
That's right.
You. That's what I love about you because you're real and your heart is so big. So I'm just grateful that you even came and you just braced us with your presence every time you came to that hospital. And then taking time out now. That's why I'm like, I got to get her on here so she can bless the world and tell her story because you bless me every time I'm in your presence. So why would I be selfish and not bless you with the world? So I'm grateful for you so much. And I thank you so much for taking time out to even sit with us today.
I thank you. I got chills right now because I'm thankful that you feel like that with me, but I'm even more thankful that you are allowing me to be a part of that process. Like I was nervous. Like, oh my God, I don't want her to feel like I'm overstepping. She don't really know me that well, but she know I love this baby. I love all them kids. And that's why it was important for me to be there. Like at that time, I was the director, and people see seats and titles and roles. Like, you just got to go send people to do stuff for you to represent. No. That's my baby. I'm going to help that mom, and we're gonna take this journey together. So I just thank you that your family was okay with me. Even I feel like I bombarded. Like, it was no way you wasn't gonna let me in. So I'm honored that you allowed me to be a part of this process because you increased my faith. Khalil increased my faith. She showed me that God is still a God of miracles right now today. And I always go back to that story, that situation, whenever I question if he's going to come through. If he's going to come through. So I'm honored and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful we still connected.
Yes. So I ain't going on now. You ain't going nowhere either.
That's right. That's right.
But I just thank everybody so much for tuning in tonight. And thank you so much for taking time, just to sit here and watch and just learn about what non-negotiable faith truly is. You guys can get the book on Amazon. It's Non-Negotiable Faith, When My Faith Fought My Flesh and Won by Chantai Rae. And basically it tells you the story of a 2-year-old girl that fights for her life. She was on life support, but God stepped in and supported her. And now she's a walking and talking living miracle. And her mom sat right beside her, 65 days while she was in the hospital, journal, prayed, and worshiped, and watched a miracle unfold right before her eyes. So if you're kind of leery and your faith is kind of, leery on, do you believe or should you believe? Pick the book up. I promise you it's going to bless your life.
You have to get that book.
Yes, Kalia has blessed my life, and I told her she will always be my hero. So thank you guys so much. I am Chantai Rae, the #1 Glow Getter coach, author, motivational speaker, and CEO of the Chantai Rae Collection, where I encourage and empower families to live a lifestyle of non-negotiable faith through optimum health, beauty, and motivational entities. And my mission is to show people through the darkest time of their lives that the glow starts from the inside out, so they can transform mentally, spiritually, and physically to manifest what they confess, because miracles are normal and it starts with non-negotiable faith.
Yes.
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We have a very special guest tomorrow, so make sure you tune in at 7. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.